Okay guys, so in this video I'll be teaching you how to apply for monetization on YouTube. So I woke up this morning seeing this message from YouTube. YouTube told me that one of my YouTube channels is eligible to earn. So for you to do that, first of all, you need to come over to your studio app. So once you come over to your studio app, you see this dollar sign, this N. You go ahead and click on it. So I've used this particular YouTube channel to apply for monetization before. So because I've used this channel to apply for monetization before, this particular step is already ticked. Now let me tell you something. This is how YouTube's monetization works. First of all, you need to apply. You need to accept their terms and conditions. You need to accept their service terms. I think that's what they call it. So this particular one is ticked already. So for you to have the real interface, let's move over to my dashboard. So moving over to my dashboard, because I'm using my phone and I'm using an Android phone, so I'll be using my Chrome browser. So here on my Chrome browser, I will type studio.youtube.com. studio.youtube.com. So if you type studio.youtube.com and it brings you to this interface, do not click on get the app. So what you have to click on is continue to studio. You understand? So at this point, I'll go ahead and click on continue to studio. I have clicked on continue to studio and it has brought me to this interface. You understand? So at this point, I'll just go ahead and click on this particular icon here, this dollar icon, this dollar sign here. So I've gone ahead to click on the dollar sign and it has brought me to this interface. So like I rightly stated, applying for YouTube's monetization is in 3 phases. So the first stage is you accepting their terms and conditions. Now I like telling people this, and this is very, very important. Before you go ahead to apply, first of all, you accept their terms and conditions. Let me tell you something, please. I know their terms and conditions is always very, very long. Listen to me. It's always very, very long. Take out time to read it. If not, at the end of the day, you may start asking few questions. You may start asking questions that might warrant someone to laugh. You understand? So YouTube will tell you that, oh, they will be taking a certain percentage. You understand? They will take a certain percentage while you take a certain percentage. They'll tell you lots of things. And the good thing about you being in the YPP is that if you get to upload a video that is not good for monetization and all of that, YouTube will always notify you that this video is ineligible to earn. So at this point, this particular one is already ticked. If you look at it, it is showing done. So let's move on to the second stage. So this second stage is about signing up for Google AdSense. YouTube pays through Google AdSense. Now let me tell you this before I go ahead to click on it. YouTube can pay you directly to your local bank. When I talk about local bank, I'm talking about your First Bank, your Zenith Bank, your UBA, and all of that. But personally, I like telling my community members, do not tell YouTube to pay you directly to your local bank. You understand? Because if YouTube is paying you directly to your local bank, YouTube will pay you using the official market rate, like bank rate. You understand? So I'm always telling us, set up your AdSense account. Once you set up your AdSense account, you go and open a domiciliary account. You understand? If you don't know the steps, you don't know the things involved in getting a domiciliary account, let me know, because I'll make a separate video telling you how to go about it. So at this point, I'll go ahead and click on step 2. So I'll go ahead and click on step 2. I'll just click on this start. I've clicked on step 2 and here it says And here it says you will be redirected to AdSense for YouTube to complete this step. So at this point, here it says, do you have an existing AdSense or AdSense for YouTube account? So here I'll just go ahead and click on the little arrow, and I'll tell them I don't have. Do you understand? I'll tell them no, I don't have an existing account. The thing is this, I actually have an existing AdSense account, but I think about 3 days ago I got a message from Google Ads telling me that my AdSense account has been deactivated and all of that because I've not used it for a period of 6 months. So let me use this medium to tell you that if you're not due for monetization, there is really no point creating an AdSense account, except you want to use it to run ads, except you have other businesses you want to use it for. You understand? If not, after 6 months of inactivity, it will be deactivated. But your AdSense account being deactivated is not really a problem. Do you understand? Because you can always reactivate it anytime. But now I need a brand new AdSense account for this particular monetization. So let's go ahead and click on continue. So at this point, I'll just go ahead and click on continue. I have clicked on continue and it has brought me to this interface. So it's telling me to choose an email. It's telling me to choose an email. So I'll just go ahead and choose an email. I'll choose this particular email. I've chosen this email. So after choosing my email, it has brought me to this interface. Here it says, okay, your billing address. Now guys, let me tell you something. You know, this has to do with money, and not just anyhow money. It has to do with dollars, so you need to be very, very careful. So at this point, you need to put in your correct details. If you're in my community and you're due for monetization, you know that I always have your back. I hope you know that. So that's why you're my community member. So at this point, if you're not in my community, please kindly ask your questions in the comment. I'll go ahead and click on this small box here, meaning that I accept. So I'll go ahead and click on set up account. I'm going ahead to click on set up account. So it is loading, and once it's done, it has brought us to this interface. Here it has required me to put my address. Please let me tell you something. When putting your address, so let's assume, okay, this is Christmas now, this is December. Okay, let's assume you live in Delta, but you came to Enugu for holiday. Please do not put your address in Enugu. Put your address in Delta, where you base. I don't know if you get my point. So let's assume you went to visit your aunt, like you're from Akwa Ibom, you reside in Akwa Ibom, but because of this festive season, you went to visit your aunt in Lagos. Do not put that Lagos address. You need to put your address in Akwa Ibom. Or let's assume you are a student. You understand? I'm taking out time to explain this because if you do not set up your AdSense account the right way, you might not get your money. You understand? You might not get your money. Your channel will be earning, but you won't get the money. And it's always very, very frustrating. You see your channel is earning. At that time, my Nigerian brothers would be like, it be like saying that village people. At that time, your videos might even go viral. And once your videos goes viral, you mean that you know that's more money for you. So you need to put the right address. So at this point, if it were just me, I would not even cover anything. I'll just leave everything here, but I'll need to cover my address because of YouTube. You understand? Let me also use this opportunity to tell you that if you're doing tutorial, if you're into tutorial, please do not show your phone number on screen, do not show your email on screen, do not show your address on screen. It is against YouTube's community guidelines. So that's why you keep seeing me always covering my address, always covering, because it's not about you. I know you guys are not bad people. It's about YouTube's community guidelines. So permit me to cover my home address. Just permit me. So let me pause the video, fill these aspects. Once I'm done, I'll click on submit, and then we continue with the other part of the video.
Okay guys, so at this point I am done with that particular interface, so I can just go ahead and click on redirect to YouTube. You understand? So at this point I'll go ahead and click on redirect to YouTube. So once I click on redirect to YouTube, the third option, like the third step, which is review, will automatically start on its own. So once the review starts, that's when YouTube and its team will come over to your channel to see the kind of content that you've been creating all this well. So YouTube will get back to you highest after 72 hours. Like the first time I applied for monetization, YouTube got back to me after 7 days. The other time YouTube got back to me after like 4 days. You understand? So it depends. So my advice to us is that if you're applying for monetization, always apply during weekdays. You understand? So if you apply during weekends, you'll just be like, every time you'll be checking, has YouTube accepted, has YouTube applied, has YouTube replied, has YouTube done this and all of that. So that is it guys. Let me just go back to YouTube.